Dear students, today I am going to discuss the topic chopper control of separately excited DC motor. So here the chopper is commonly known as DC to DC converter are used to get variable DC voltage from a DC source of fixed voltage. Okay, the from fixed voltage source we will get the variable DC voltage. Okay. So here the switching device is mainly used self-commutated devices such as MOSFET, power transistor, IGBT, insulated gate bipolar transistor, GTO, gate turn-off thyristor, and IGCT, insulated gate commutated thyristor, are preferred over the thyristor for building the choppers because they can be commutated by a low power control signal. It means these devices, I mean the switching devices, are used to control with very low power control circuit, means gating signal. Further, they can be operated at a higher frequency. And another one advantage is for SCR or other transistors. These are we can operate with a very high frequency. So here the MOSFETs are used for low power and low voltage application. IGBTs for transistors are employed in medium power rating, and GTU and IGCTs are used for high power ratings. And one more important feature of chopper control is that the regenerative braking can be carried out. I repeat here, the chopper control is that the regenerative braking can be carried out up to very low speeds even when the drive is fed from a fixed voltage DC source. So regenerative braking means when the motor is acting as a generator, the power it will be feeding back to the supply. With help of this chopper we can obtain. So chopper control of separately excited motor, this circuit is shown. So here the transistor TR and the diode DR, okay, the supply voltage V, motor armature resistance RA, LA and E, it indicates the motor, okay. So here a transistor chopper controlled separately excited motor drive. The transistor TR is operated periodically with period T and remains on for a duration T on. So it means the transistor TR it will be turns on between 0 to T on. Okay, and from T on to T the transistor is turned off. Okay, so what it will be happens during, we can say that here two modes it will be during the switch is on. uh, During the switch is on the supply is connected, and during the turn off the supply V it will be off between T on to T. Let us discuss about these two mode of operation. Okay. Okay. So during the on period, the transistor on between 0 to T on, in between 0 to T on, the motor terminal voltage V, the operation is described by applying the KVL here. If I am applying the KVL, RA IA plus LA di by dt plus E is equal to V, because now the motor is connected to the supply voltage V. Okay, in this interval the armature current increases because supply voltage is connected to the motor, hence the armature current increases from IA1 to IA2. If you are looking to the figure, above figure, the armature current IA1 is increased to the IA2. Since motor is connected to the source during this interval is called duty interval. Okay, so the source is connected, V is connected to the motor, hence this interval is called duty interval. Okay, let us, during the, just a moment. Okay, During another second mode at t is equal to t on, tr is turned off. Now the at an instant t on, the tr is means transistor tr is turned off. Motor current freewheels through diode. So what it will be happens when the switch is turned off, it will be freewheels through the diode, and motor terminal voltage is 0. Motor terminal voltage is 0 during interval t on less than t less than equal to capital T. Motor operation during this interval known as freewheeling interval. Okay, it's the mode of operation is called the freewheeling interval. Okay, let us have one more equation here. Now what it will be happens, now the V is not connected because switch is turned off. So now I am applying the KVL loop between motor and diode. Okay, the motor RAIA plus LA di by dt plus E back EMF and is equal to 0 because now V is not connected to the motor. Okay, between the T on less than or equal to T less than or equal to capital T. Motor current decreases from IA2 to IA1. Why means because the stored energy, it will be feeding back to the it will be freewheeling. IA2 it will be decreases to the IA1 during this interval. Okay, the duty ratio of duty interval T on to chopper period T is called duty ratio or duty cycle. Okay, it will be denoted as delta. Thus delta is equal to duty interval divided by T or T on by T. The terminal voltage VA, the terminal motor voltage VA is nothing but 1 divided by T from 0 to T on, because switch is turned on between 0 to T on only, so V dt. So we will get here delta V. Here we will get delta V. So what I explained here, the during the freewheeling action, RAIA, the KVL RA motor through the motor and diode, RAIA plus LA di by dt plus E is equal to 0. Okay, between the T on to T when switch is turned off. Okay, so here with help of this we will get the armature current and the omega m speed in radian. With help of this equation, it shows the relation between the armature current and the duty ratio, and similarly the speed and the duty ratio, so that the torque speed torque characteristics plotted with help of this equation. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so this is the only first quadrant you have to consider, because as you are goes on increasing the delta, motoring operation means the speed we can control from 0 speed to the we will go for omega m. Okay, so only first quadrant motoring you have to consider, because afterwards I will discuss about the regenerative braking. Here both the quadrants are plotted. Okay, I hope this is clear. Just once again I will review on the discussion, just because it is very important to analyze the next bit. Okay, so this is the chopper. Okay, transistor TR, when it is closed, when it will be turned on, then armature current IA1 it will be rises to the IA2. Okay, when the second mode, when the transistor TR is turned off, it freewheels and current armature current will be decreases from IA1 to IA2 to IA1. Okay, so it will be increase IA1 to the IA2 and decrease from IA2 to IA1. Okay, fine. So coming to the next this one, regenerative braking. First one is motoring operation and second one is the regenerative braking. So how it will be operates here. If you are looking here, the transistor TR is connected across the armature. Okay, so chopper for regenerative braking operation is shown in this figure. Okay, transistor TR is operated periodically with period T and on period of T on. Waveform of motor terminal voltage VA and armature current IA for continuous conduction are shown here. Okay, usually any external inductance is added to increase the value of LA. Okay, so here when it is a transistor is short turned on, So it raises voltage, and it will be feeding back to the raises to the power, and it will be feeding back to the supply, and the diode it will be turns on. Okay, so here the interval between 0 to t on is now called as energy storage. Here in this I will divide in two intervals. Okay, 0 to between 0 to t on, in between 0 to t on. So what it will be happen 0 to t on, if you are going to the here, if 0 to t on, the switch is turned on, IA it will be increases. Okay, 0 to t on. So this interval is called energy storage interval. Okay, and from t on to t, when from t on to t, when switch is turned off, the duty interval, if delta is again defined as ratio of this one is given. Okay, I will go back. Okay, when tr is turned off, okay, when tr is turned off, the armature current flows through diode D and source V and reduces from IA2 to IA1. Okay, IA2 to I1. The stored electromagnetic energy and energy supplied by the machine is fed to the source. Okay, the interval 0 to t on is now called energy storage interval, and interval t on to t2, interval between t1 to t is duty interval. So in this duty interval is nothing but the whatever the power is, energy is feeding back to the supply, hence it is called a duty interval. Other interval is called energy storage interval. And these two interval are there. Okay, energy storage interval when switch is turned on because it is shorted. Okay, and it will be stored when switch is turned off between t on to t, between t on to t, it is called duty interval. It will be feeding back to the supply if you are going and seeing the circuit. Okay, and one more things here, if you are looking to this chopper, it is independently we can't implement because the diode is reverse biased. Okay, because motoring operation we can't get here. Only the regenerative braking operation is explained with help of this type of chopper. This type of chopper is called also class B chopper. Okay, as we have studied in the power electronics subject. So class B chopper it is. Okay, so I repeat here once again, this class B chopper or regenerative braking chopper, what it is shown in the figure, it is not implemented independently because the diode, if you are looking to the diode is in reversed bias. Okay, so how to implement this one, let us, we will see in the next okay, before going to the next uh, circuit, let us, we have here the regenerative braking regenerative chopper, VA voltage and IA current. Okay, okay, and similarly we will get the torque and speed relations with armature current to torque and omega m with respect to the delta. Okay, so here the regenerative braking, the second quadrant it will be drawn. Okay, so the first quadrant already I have discussed, motoring operation, and second one is regenerative braking. Okay, so now, yes, just now I have discussed the regenerative circuit, what it is there in the second circuit which I discussed, it is cannot be implemented because the diode is in reverse bias. Only it will be for explanation purpose, the separately we are discussed. Now we want, if you want the motoring and regenerative braking, both operations are required simultaneously. So what you have to do here, the figure first one is the motoring operation is there, and second one is the regenerative braking. Both the circuits now I am combining. I repeat here, the both the both the circuits here I am combining. Okay, after combining above two choppers are combined to get a two quadrant choppers. So this figure, the what it is drawn here, it is two quadrant chopper, whereas the first one is motoring operation, first quadrant, and second circuit is regenerative braking for second quadrant. Now both are combined to get two quadrant operation. So here, if you are looking to the looking to this circuit, TR1 and D1 for first quadrant and TR2 and D2 are used for second quadrant. So both are combined. Now we can operate both the motoring as well as regenerative. Okay, let us, I will discuss here that how it will be uh, just a moment. Okay, so now okay, so motoring and regenerative braking. So here we will obtain by combining the two circuits, first quadrant motoring operations and the second quadrant regenerative operations. So to combining the circuit, we will get the two quadrant chopper. As I explained, once again I will repeat here: transistor TR1 and D1 for motoring operation, and transistor TR2 and D2 for regeneration operation, I mean second quadrant operation. Okay, this is explanation. Okay, so now the waveform, just you'll see here the waveform when TR1 and TR1 is turned on, the supply voltage V is connected to the source. I will explain here how it is connected from source V, transistor TR1, and it will be goes to the motor terminal and back terminal to the negative, so that the supply is connected to the motor. Okay, as usual, already I discussed in the first quadrant operation. Okay, so now when TR1 is turned off, it freewheels through D1. The diode D1 is forward bias. Okay, if you are looking to this here, the okay, next this one, the TR2, it will be turned on. TR2 it will be turned on, so that the motor terminals are connected to this switch. Okay, when switch is turned on, it gets shorted, so it rises its energy, and it will be, when the TR2 is turned off, it will be feeding back to the diode D2. Okay, please analyze with respect to the waveforms what I explained here. When TR1 is on, the current direction is in the towards motor, and when TR2 is turned off, that time the current direction will be reverse and it will be feeding back to the supply. Okay, just you have to analyze it, this whatever I told with respect to this waveform. Okay, these are the explanation is here. Okay, and the voltage VA delta V current will get these relations. Okay, now our equation suggests that motor operation is positive IA take place when delta is greater than E by V. Okay, so here the 3 points I would like to discuss. The first one is when delta, that is duty ratio, okay, or duty ratio or duty interval, that duty ratio is greater than E by V. Okay, so and regenerative braking operation take place when delta is less than E by V, and transition from motoring to the braking. Okay, so from motoring operation to braking operation, it means the first quadrant to the second quadrant and vice versa, or second quadrant to the first quadrant, the duty ratio is delta is equal to E by V. These three relations are very important when you are explaining this two quadrant chopper. Okay, last bit is dynamic braking. So here the dynamic braking is nothing but the motor is disconnected and we are connecting one resistance, that is called braking resistance, RB is mentioned here, and braking braking can be obtained. I repeat here, the RB is the braking resistance. We have to disconnect the supply and we have to shift to the the resistance name called here RB, braking resistance, so that if you're doing so, the uh, braking operation will be obtained. Okay. So the dynamic braking circuit as shown in the figure. Okay, during the interval. So now I will discuss about the switching of transistors. Okay, during the interval between 0 to T on. Okay, 0 less than or equal to T or less than equal to T on, IA is increases because switch is turned on. Switch is turned on. It's nothing but the motor is get shorted through this switch. Okay, through this transistor. Okay, and IA increases from IA1 armature 1 to armature IA2 as shown in this figure B. The IA1 will be rises to the IA2. Why means because the transistor is turned on, switch is turned on, and switch is connected across the motor, hence it current will be rises. A part of generated energy is stored in inductance and rest is dissipated in RA and TR. During the interval T on less than equal to T less than equal to capital T, okay, the duration between T on to capital T, IA is decreases because switch is turned off. Switch is turned off. Okay, decreases from IA2 to IA1. The energies generated and stored in the inductance are dissipated in braking resistance. So whatever the energy is stored, that it will be supplying to the braking resistance. Okay, and there it will be dissipated in the form of field. Okay, RA and diode D. Diode is not shown here. Okay, diode is not shown anyhow. It will be hard to place it in forward bias when it will be dissipating to resistance. Okay, when the power energy will be dissipating to the braking resistor, there we have to place one diode. Okay. Transistor TR controls the magnitude of energy dissipated in RB and therefore control its effective value. The resistance value depends upon the resistance value. It will be controls the braking operations. Okay, so here we will get the few equations. Okay, so average power consumed by RB we will find from this equation, and effective value of RB can be found in this equation. And these relations, if you are going to these relations, the RB and the RB is equal to, okay, so it will be gives the 1 minus delta, 1 minus delta. So the total resistance, braking resistance, we can obtain by varying the duty ratio. Okay, from duty ratio it will be varies from 0 to 1. Okay, hence we can vary the resistance RB. Okay, so here I conclude my this session. Okay, so far whatever I discussed, just I will overview and I will conclude. Okay. Just I will go to the first slide and I will discuss what are the points. Just a moment. Okay. So today I have discussed about the chopper control of separately excited DC motors. So under that I have discussed about the motoring operation. Okay, this is called class A chopper first quadrant operation. And second I have discussed about the uh, regenerative braking. Regenerative braking independently the circuit is implemented here, and I have discussed about how it will be operates. Okay, so regenerative braking and some equations we have found, and combining the motoring and regenerative both circuits together, and we will get the quadrant two quadrant operation. Okay, that is two quadrant operation chopper. Okay, so namely it is the first one is class A for motoring chopper, motoring operation. uh, Chopper is called first quadrant chopper, class A. Class B, class B chopper, it is for regenerative for second quadrant. Combining 1 and 2 we will get the two quadrant chopper, that is class C chopper we used to say. Okay. And finally I have discussed about the dynamic braking. Okay. Thank you. With this, I conclude this session. Okay. Uh, next I will go through the few other bit related to the model 2. Okay. Thank you once again. Thank you.